Hey guys, how's everybody? First up, thank you for watching the last video. I got a bunch of DMs, so I need to answer a couple of questions. First up, is the bandana here to stay? Yes. My hair game, like everybody's hair game, is terrible during the lockdown. I'm not taking any risks, so yeah, the bandana is here to stay until I get a haircut, or basically until my mother allows me to go out and get a haircut at a salon. Not happening at home. I tried doing it myself, it was terrible. That's number one. Number two, yes, I'm obsessed with tie dyes. I just found reverse bleach tie dyes, and I'm obsessed with it. So that's number two. Number three, yeah, I've taken or someone said they like the orange wall. Great. I'm personally not a fan, but it's a nice, clean, empty wall, so it works. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the Black Garlic episode. If you haven't seen it yet and this is the first time you're lining up, please check it. It's going to be in highlights. It's somewhere all over the place. So check it. If you've been following me, even from before that, you know very well that I have been obsessing over the sugar palm and how. So the sugar palm fruit, or TADGOLA, or TAAL, like we call it in the eastern side of the country. I've always been a fan of the fruit, but I've never been. I actually didn't even know what it looked like from inside, because we don't consume it raw. And the TADGOLA, the way, for example, we consume it in the western side of the country, I realize is we consume the seed in its raw form, which is something like an unripe form, which is something that blew my mind, because it's juicy and it's tumescent with water, right? So after that, the seed just hardens and turns into stone with the kernel inside, and there's this fibrous, pulpy, fleshy, slightly slimy, which is not a very fun texture to work with. Bright orange flesh that forms around it. There are 3 stones in the fruit. You pry it open. You slog your ass, try to coax that pulp out of the fruit, and then you once you've kind of burnt off all the moisture from it on heat with some sugar, you've got real pulpy, juicy sugar palm goodness. And from that, in the eastern side of the country, we make fritters, which is called talir bora. We make talir luchi, so you put that pulp into the dough for a puri or a luchi. We make kheer, so that's just condensed milk, good, sugar, good, and tal extract, good. So that goes in. I found out that in Bangladesh they do something called the Bikrampurer Badshahi Pitha, or the Bibi Khana Pitha, which is like a cake, for example, but it's made with jaggery, and it's with the tal extract in it. So I tried it out. It was mind blowing. It was polished off like that in the fam. So that also, so I'm talking about it because it's the last batch of the season. This is a talir bora. These are like tiny droplets of goodness. So basically what you do is you take the extract, and there is no way I can sit in front of a bowl and not eat it, right? So yeah, so you take, oh my god, so good. This should be an ASMR episode. Damn. So yeah, I'm going to talk about it while you stare at it and not get it. So you take the extract, you take rice flour, you take atta, regular wheat flour, jaggery, of course, grated coconut. You put in some fennel seeds, which is saunf, or what Bengali say mori. Then you've got to put a pinch of salt. You've got to definitely put like a half a teaspoon or a little more than that of posto, poppy seeds, for that like nice nutty crunch to it. And yeah, I'm not forgetting anything. You make a lovely textural batter out of that and fry it into this awesomeness, right? It's a very, very interesting kind of flavor, because a lot of the flavor of the fruit or whatever you make out of the fruit is in the fragrance. It's a lot of it is in the fragrance. Something I've realized once I started cooking with it, because the identity of the fruit, or the identity of every single dish that you make with the sugar palm, is the fragrance, right? Then once I had done scraping and coaxing and drawing out all the pulp that I could, I stared at this mountain of fiber, and I was like, I have a feeling there's still a lot of juice in it. So what I just did is that I boiled all that fiber in a nice cauldron with water, let it cool, strain the whole thing out, and then put it on a kadai and just with a little bit of sugar went at it till it reduced to a beautiful golden brilliant caramel. I've spoken about this caramel before. I really want to do a slow mo because it is just so satisfying. There have been few things. Let's just look at that. It's like, look at that. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's got a sort of complex sweetness that I really don't know how to describe. I wish I could. I really don't know. Next year, if I make another batch, I'm bottling this up. And the best way to have it is, if you can put it on anything you want, but get yourself some tender coconut ice cream or get yourself some vanilla ice cream if you don't like tender coconut. And then all you do is go ahead and I'm gonna nicely drizzle all over it. Yeah, I don't know whether you can see any, but boy oh boy, it looks fantastic. I'm gonna take some more because life is short, as we've learned this year, and it is possibly the most divine dessert options you can ever come across. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm consuming a lot of sugar, but I've been working out, so yeah. Absolutely madness. I'm gonna keep it right in front of you guys. Actually, I shouldn't because I want to have some more. Absolutely madness. I'm obsessed with sugar palm. Sugar palm is definitely one of my favorite fruits, and this caramel is something that I just happened to come across on my own because I really wanted to figure out a sustainable way of utilizing all the waste, because you produce a lot of waste after you're done working with this fruit. So that's about it for today. Sorry. Here you got TAAL Bora, the last batch of the season that I'm holding on to. Oh my god! If I could draw this out a whole year, I would. And the caramel, this is not the last. There's a little more left, but it feels. I know I'm gonna have withdrawals once all of this is over, because the fruits out of season, and I can have it again only next year. So yeah. Tell me if you've had TAAL before, if you had anything with sugar palm before. Tell me all about it. People down in Tamil Nadu, I know you guys have the fruit raw. It's a part of the culture, and I've tasted it myself when I was cooking with it, and I loved it. So tell me stories about that. Tell me what other ingredients you get excited about, and I would love to hear about that. And yeah, and I'll see you guys next week. Ciao. Have fun.